So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. It's Carlos Sainz in pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Tsunoda, Max Verstappen and Hamilton, Antonelli, Leclerc, Gasly and Esteban Ocon, Piastri, Alonso, Nico Hülkenberg and Lawson, Albon, Bortoletto, Jack Doohan and Ollie Behrman, Stroll and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. Welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes. Alongside me is Anthony Davidson. Now, those final hours before a race, did you have a routine?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, DRS is now available. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Final lap of the race.
I don't know when you can get out of here.
Well done. I think best we could have achieved today.
Takes the checkered flag.
A great display of dominance today by this driver. They led from lights out to the flag at the end, led every lap of the race. Brilliant stuff by them, and excited to see what more they can do in future races.
Well, another edition of the podcast is complete. We wander from the cool-down room to celebrate things on the podium. And Carlos Sainz already thinking about a swig of the bubbly. He's on the top step and celebrating.